Hi, this is Too Fast here. In this video I will show you this car dash camera. This is a dual camera system, so besides having the front mounted camera, it also comes with a separate camera that you can install on the back of your vehicle, and it will record both front view and back view simultaneously. This one I have here is model number B40D. I got this from gearbest.com. I'll include the link in the description below. Let me open this up so you can see what comes with this dash cam. Here is the car dash cam. This is the window mount with a 3M double-sided tape. This is the DC power cable with the cigarette lighter plug to power the dash cam. This is the USB cable with the mini connector to connect the dash cam to your computer. Here we have the audio video cable that you run from the front of the vehicle to the back with the rear camera right here. This is the user manual. Here's a look at all the parts you get. Let's go over some of the spec on the dash cam. Now, for some of you it might look familiar because this camera is actually an updated version of another dash cam called the A0118C, and this one here uses a Novatek 96655 chipset with AR0330 CMOS sensor. It has a 1.5-inch color LCD display, and it records in 1080p Full HD using H.264 compression. The lens on the camera is a 170-degree wide-angle lens. It uses a capacitor inside the dash cam as a backup power source instead of a rechargeable battery, so you don't have the issue of a failing battery after a year of use. The camera supports motion detection function along with built-in G sensor, so it will automatically lock the video recording in case of a collision. As for the rear camera, it has a resolution of 640 by 480p, and this camera is waterproof. Let's have a closer look at the dash cam. Here at the top we have the record LED, power LED, mic LED. This is the 1.5-inch color LCD display. In the middle here we have the power button, menu button, OK or lock button, the record and up select, mic and down select. At the bottom, this is the camera lens. You can adjust the angle. Also, there's a knob on the side you can use to adjust the angle. Over here on the left side, we have a flap you can open up. This is where you can install your micro SD card. Here we have the microphone. On the other side we have the reset button. On the back, this is where you install the windshield mounts. So once you stick this onto the windshield, then you can slide the camera onto this plastic mount. Looking at the top of the unit, this is the mini USB connector to power the dash cam. In the middle, this is the audio video input port to connect your rear camera. This is the audio video output port. Let's power this up. Once the camera is powered on, the white LED for the power is illuminated. Next to it is the record LED. It's flashing red to tell you that the recording has started. It's also indicated by the flashing red circle on the LCD. Over here is the mic LED. It's illuminated to tell you it's recording audio. You can turn off the mic by pressing the mic button right here. Press it again to turn it back on. On the LCD, at the top right hand corner, this is the elapsed time for the loop recording. The bottom right hand corner tells you you're plugged into the car charger. This is the current date and time. This is the microphone icon, and this circle is the loop recording icon. While the dash cam is recording, if you see something happening on the road and you want to lock that video clip so it doesn't get overwritten, you can press the middle button right here, and then you see the caution icon on the LCD that tells you that this video clip will not be overwritten. Now let's go into the menu setup. You first need to stop the recording. Now press the menu button. Here you can scroll up and down, resolution. Here you can set different resolution for the video recording. Display mode, you can display the front camera, back camera, or picture in picture. Let me show you the picture in picture. So here you see the rear camera is at the top left hand corner of the screen. So that's your picture in picture. Loop recording, you can set it for 1 minute, 3 minute, or 5 minute. Wide dynamic range, on or off, by default is on. EV, exposure value, so if you want to increase the exposure or decrease it, you can do that. Motion detection is off. Record audio is on. Date stamp, you can turn on or off. GPS, this is an option and currently is off. G sensor, you can set it for off, low sensitivity, middle sensitivity, or high sensitivity. Timer lapse, by default is off. If you turn this on, this dash cam has the ability for the front and rear camera to take 1 frames per second of video recording. Right now it's going to be off, I'll leave it off. Goes back to resolution. If I go to setup, date and time, time zone, auto power off, beep sound, language. Here are different languages you can select. TV mode, PAL or NTSC. I'm in North America, I'll select NTSC. Frequency, 60 Hertz. Screensaver, I'll leave this off, so you'll always be seeing the live view on the LCD. Format, if you want to format the micro SD card. Default setting, if you want to restore to default setting. Car number. Fatigue driving, I believe this will actually beep at you every 1 hour, 2 hour, or 4 hour to make sure you don't fall asleep. Lower beam reminder, on or off. Version, here's a version of the software in the dashcam. Now we're back to the day and time. You can press the menu button again to exit, and then press the record to start recording again. Now when you remove the power to the dashcam, it will power off automatically. And then when you plug the power back in, it'll turn on automatically. I'll be installing this dashcam in my Honda Odyssey, and I've measured the length of the cables that you see here. For the power cable is 11 feet long, so that'll give you plenty of length to run it from your cigarette lighter plug all the way up to the top of the windshield to power up this dashcam. As for the rear camera cable, that one is 19.5 feet long. So typically that's enough length for most sedans. Now if you have a big truck, SUV, or minivan, you might need to first measure the distance from the front windshield all the way to the back to make sure that this cable is long enough. If you find that the cable is not long enough, the connector that's on this cable is a 3.5 millimeter 4-conductor phone jack. So you should be able to buy an extension cable with this connector on it and then use that to extend this cable. I'll be installing the dash cam in this location right here, right next to the rear view mirror. For the installation, you first need to adhere this back plate with a 3M double-sided tape onto the windshield. Before you install the camera, make sure you remove the protective plastic that's on the lens. Here's a look at the dash cam from the outside. Now you can run the power cable and the AV cable up to the headliner, over to the A-pillar. I've gone ahead and removed the trim right here. The power cable is going to go straight down to the driver's side dash. And the AV cable for this minivan, I'm going to run it up along the molding all the way to the back of the vehicle. So here I've installed the rear camera on my liftgate using the double-sided tape and the screws that came with it. So right now the camera is pointing out to the back window. Now we'll connect the camera to the AV cable. And we'll tuck away all the extra cables. Here's a look at the rear camera from inside the vehicle. Now I'll turn on the ignition and you'll see the camera turn on. So as you can see, this B40D car dash camera performed very well in both daytime and nighttime. It's very nice to have both a front and rear camera, so you have complete coverage of everything that's happening around you. The installation is very straightforward. The rear camera only requires one single cable to be run to the back of the vehicle for installation. The camera itself is very easy to operate. Also, the buttons on the front are illuminated, so at night it's very easy to operate the unit. And if you need to transfer any of the video clips over to your computer, what I find easiest is to just remove the microSD card, plug it into a card reader on your PC, and then you can copy those files over. Well, I hope you enjoy watching this video. If you want to check out this product, I'll put the GearBest link in the description below. If you have any questions or comments, leave one in the comment section. And don't forget to click on the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.